What up, world? Say the Dark Secret here for another edition of Music, Culture, and Politics. And as we all know, a lot is happening in the world around us. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. And I want to welcome everybody to MCP 101. All right, so let's jump right into it. At a recent Trump rally, a student said that Aunt Jemima was the depiction of the American dream. Aunt Jemima was canceled. And if you didn't know, Nancy Green, who was the original first Aunt Jemima, was the picture of the American dream. She was a freed slave who went on to become the face of the pancake syrup that we all have in our pantries. Now, a lot of people don't know that this caricature of Aunt Jemima is known as the Mammy caricature. And it's an offensive image from the slavery days that depicts slaves or black people as happy to care for the white families that they were often sold and had to work for. So apparently Donald Trump's Juneteenth rally was canceled, and I'm sure no one is really surprised by that. I'm not sure who thought that was a good idea or how the vibe in the room was when it was brought up to potentially try to put out there for Juneteenth, but it seems as if his African-American friends, as he stated, told him that that wasn't a really good idea, and he decided he was going to move it to June 20th. Now, apparently the turnout was very low. Juneteenth in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where it was the site of one of the worst racial massacres in this country's history with Black Wall Street. And if you don't know about Black Wall Street, certainly need to do some more research on that because it's something that everybody should really know about. Juneteenth is also noted as the day that slaves in the state of Texas were informed that they had been freed 2.5 years prior. So can you imagine? Slaves were still enslaved for 2.5 years after the law was passed that they were set free. Very interesting, and it's now become more of a thing where you see Juneteenth celebrations taking place all across the country, and I'm starting to see a lot more history delved into in different regions, including East St. Louis. I'll be interested to see if that conversation starts to pick up traction, but East St. Louis was also the site of one of the worst race riots in our country's history as well, so there's a lot of things to be discussed and continuously coming to the forefront, and we'll keep you posted on that as well. So, as you know, here at MCP, we like to consider ourselves not to be front page news. And Shaun King is a noted activist who stays at the forefront in bringing us information that we may not otherwise hear about. And most recently, he says, yes, I think the statues of the white Europeans, they claim, is Jesus, should also come down. They are a form of white supremacy, always have been. In the Bible, when the family of Jesus wanted to hide and blend in, guess where they went? Egypt, not Denmark. Tear them down. Now, this commentary has gotten Shaun King a lot of flack, and some people have even issued death threats. It pretty much proves my point. Your religion is actually whiteness with a Christian patina. Interesting. So, noting that, it's very interesting to know with this white Jesus, what it means in the colonized world. And really, the white Jesus art form or manifestation is a form and tool of control. And it was always utilized that way for very specific reasons. Now, if you ever have an opportunity to travel to the slave dungeons on the coast of West Africa or the Door of No Return, you'll get a real understanding in this whole thought process with Christianity, how they even held church services over the dungeons while slaves were screaming and being tortured. Now, with that said, it just leads me to a number of other points, and we can have a lot of discussion about this, and I think that we really should, not just here, but on a massive scale. Now, we'll switch gears to something a little lighter. It may make you laugh. There's a term that has been trending online and social media, and the term is Karens. Now, this is a term for white women who have been involved in a lot of the images and videos that you've seen online approaching people of color and seemingly taking their neighborhood watch privileges to a whole nother level. Now there's a day of reckoning that's coming with these different people who are approaching people of color in public and feel like it's their right to correct them or tell them what they should or shouldn't be doing. In this other clip, a gentleman gets approached in a restaurant about his wearing of a mask in the midst of a pandemic.
What you want?
What I want?
You want to ask me where my mask was? Why?
You don't see it on his wrist?
But how the fuck I'm gonna eat with a mask on How am I eat? You want me to eat? Y'all, how we supposed to eat? This woman gonna come over here and ask me why I ain't got my mask on, mask right here. She gonna ask me why I ain't got no mask on. I'm trying to eat my goddamn food. Now how the fuck I'm eating my goddamn food with no mask on? This woman right here gonna ask us where our mask at. She ain't come over here and say, hey, how you doing? What you doing? How you been? Cuz, what's up? Farmers market, how you been? Susie Q right here wanna come over here and embarrass herself, and we ain't did nothing to her. Over a damn mask. How we gonna eat? Y'all eating the same damn way. How you gonna eat? He eating? Ain't he eating? With no mask on, Susie. Now, Susie, you on the news channel now, honey, because you done fucked up.
Now, in this clip, this Karen appeared her husband was signaling for her to come back to the table. I don't know why she felt like she needed to approach these gentlemen and question them about where their masks were, but this is what we've been talking about for a long time. It happens all the time. Maybe the males will be called Zimmermans because it seems like there's an overzealous nature for people to jump on their neighborhood watch patrol and patrol everything and anyone that is around them. So we'll keep you posted on this. It's something to definitely pay attention to, and it all falls under all those hashtags that we know and have become very familiar with, like barbecuing while black and so many others that seem to be rooted in a lot of racist imagery. But one thing is for certain, the revolution will not be televised, and as soon as that camera phone comes out, people start backing up, or at least some people are definitely finding retreat in that. So we'll keep you posted on all of this. We certainly appreciate your input and your feedback, and want to thank everybody for joining us here on MCP 101.